At the Dankman Elementary School here in Rock Island, we run a program that is safe and healthy, and we try to open their worlds to all kinds of things. The kids are from kindergarten to 6th grade, and they all are like sponges, so they enjoy what we can give them. We have a lot of children that kind of graduate from our program, and now they're latchkey kids. They walk home, they stay after school for other activities and still walk home. So I feel like we've kind of done a full job by starting with them young, and then they've turned out to be very responsible students. And that has been because of the program.
Currently we have 80 students that participate in the program. It's a great resource for our parents. They find it very beneficial. Obviously not everybody works from 9 to 3 o'clock, so they're able to drop their student off at school and then pick them up right afterwards. So it is a great resource for those parents to come as early as 6:30 in the morning to drop them off. And after school we find it a great resource. The parents really appreciate the staff's work with their students, doing homework with them, getting them engaged in other community activities. There's a lot of guest speakers that come in. So we say as an extension of our learning day with the students.
We've been offering youth development programs in Rock Island since the early 90s, and we've impacted thousands of children through our before and after school program, Y Winners, and Y Solutions. These programs are valuable to this community because the children have a place to go after school in the before and after school program. Y Winners, there's mentoring for the children that are having maybe some difficulty in school. Y Solutions is for at-risk children, and really what all of these programs do for this community is keep kids in a positive environment where we build assets. The 40 developmental assets are for youth development, and basically the more assets a child has, the more they're going to have positive behavior and do the right thing and make good choices, you know, from the time they're very young until they're teenagers.
The Y Winners program is an after-school program. We do meet once a week throughout the school year. We pick the children up at their school, and then we do take them home. We bus them home at the end of the day. They're selected through their counselors, their teachers, and sometimes their parents. We're not looking for at-risk children because we have Y Solutions that deals with that, but we're trying to find kids that maybe have fallen through the cracks, or kids that aren't in a whole lot of sports, or maybe are just a little antisocial, but they do have these leadership skills, and we want to try to build on those. Our program is based on youth development, so we look for giving the children positive value systems, improving their leadership skills, and then giving them community awareness. I took one of the school groups to the library, and we got them all library cards, and they thought the library was so cool. They'd never been to the Moline Public Library before. So
the Y Solutions program is something that we try to instill in every one of the young men that I'm involved with. It involves working with young men whose grades aren't real great, or maybe from a one-parent family, or live with a mother or the grandmother. I get them here in school, and I make sure they keep their grades up, and we always teach them about caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. And I always tell them, every one of these you will have something to do with even after you're grown.
When I was in the 7th grade, I was wound up. I always wanted to crack jokes in class and talk while the teacher was talking.
When I first met Linder, he was in 7th grade, and he was a pistol. I was on him all the time.
And I remember they brought me into the room, and it was a room full of my friends that I know, and Mr. Payne, talking to us about how he's here to mentor and keep us straight. And I was like, who is this guy? I don't even know. I've never seen before, coming in this room acting like he knows what we're here for, and he's about to talk to keep us straight. But he's been behind me ever since 7th grade until now. So yeah, I appreciate him in my life.
Now, how many of you in here when you graduate, are planning on going on to college? Let me see your hand. I love doing this because I love kids, and kids need someone that cares about them, because there are so many things today where they don't get anyone to care. They don't get anyone that cares about them, maybe in the home or so. I try to be there for them for whatever they need.
My dream for the future is going to play college football and study to be a social worker. The main reason why I want to be a social worker is I've been through a lot in my life, so I want to be there to help somebody, a kid like that, like me, tell them I've been where you've been, I know what you're doing right now is not right, and lead people into the right track like Mr. Payne has led me.
Activate Rock Island began in the spring of 2011 with a grant from the Centers for Disease Control, a Pioneering Healthier Communities grant. And basically the grants are to increase physical activity, increase access to healthy foods. The Rock Island community was targeted because we wanted to really work on increasing the health outcomes of the west side of Rock Island. To do this, we assembled a community team, so we have everybody from all sectors, from faith-based communities to businesses, to the schools, to city government. And by doing that, we really get a broad range of what is needed in Rock Island, as well as what are some things that we can do quickly as well as long-term to help improve those health indicators.
2/3 of adults are overweight or obese. Now we're seeing 1/3 of our children with that kind of situation. 10% have high cholesterol, early signs of diabetes and other problems of that nature. And it's really related to lack of physical activity and healthy eating. And we established some priorities, and there's basically 3 different areas that we're focusing on. One is food, access to fresh fruit and vegetables. There's a lot of food deserts in low-income areas where it's not so easy to even eat healthy should you desire to do so. The second is physical activity of children. We're trying to get 30 minutes of physical exercise and before school and after school programs in Rock Island. And the third is the physical environment. It's the sidewalks, it's the bikeways, it's encouraging the safe routes to schools. I think it's good for the community. If we can make progress along this line, I see our whole Quad Cities as being more attractive as a place to live, more attractive for young people to want to come here and work, lower cost environment for businesses because their healthcare costs are more manageable. So that's a kind of healthy community that I would like to see in the future. That's my vision.